Right, so patch 1.38 is now out. The video just looks so underwhelming, but we'll have a look and see what they've added. As always, I'll be focusing on more of the interesting things rather than the stuff that nobody really cares about. So obviously we've got the three new cars. We've got the Garage RCR Civic. I haven't actually looked at them yet so far, so this is the first time I'll be looking at them. The FL5 Civic 22 and Mazda Gr3 Group 4. Finally, the other two cars which were added before are now in Brand Central. So those three are in Brand Central as well. These two are. I never got the Corolla, but I did get the High Medic, which is actually quite fun to drive. I'll have separate reviews on them later on in the week, I guess. But I'll just focus this video on these three cars. New liveries, liveries that we don't really care about. New events, I guess. Let's have a look. Grand Valley Race of Turbo Sports Cars. So I'm guessing all of these are turbo. I'm guessing that Time Attack Civic is a turbocharged one. So there's one on Grand Valley, one on Dragon Trail, and a World Touring Car 700 on Mount Panorama, which I know is probably going to be really bad. Brand Central Museum stuff, not really interested. Extra menus, so we'll have a look at that. Porsche supercars, we'll have a look at them, and what's that, GR collection for level 39 and above. So obviously pause if you want to read through these. Car designers, no one ever looks at these, but I'll scroll through there just in case you're actually interested. New engine swaps have been added. All Porsches. Okay, so I think I just bought the 356, so that'll be interesting to see what engine swaps in that. Obviously, that part will be towards the end of the video. 901, that's a really good one. I like driving that in 500 pp lobbies. 964 is okay. 997 and the Cayman GT4 you can both buy in Brand Central, which is obviously good. Customized cars. The following brands have been added to the pre-select decals and the livery editor. Honda. Ah. Oh, okay. So that's some in-game sticker stuff. Race screen added weather radar button to the quick menu. Okay, that's at least something good. Countdown legend cars have been revised based on more price changes. So hopefully they haven't messed up the PP system, because otherwise all our tunes will be off. But fingers crossed, all our 700 and 800 PP tunes are all good. So we'll get into the menu books, I think, next. Right, so let's have a look here. I think I might have already completed one in the background, I guess. So extra menus, scroll all the way down. He said there's a GR one and there's a the Porsche one I've already done. Let's have a look. Let's collect this one. So this one's a 6-star engine ticket. So the 959, obviously an legend dealer. Carrera GT, you need an invitation, and the 918 you can buy whenever you want. So I guess we'll complete this one. I don't usually listen to the stories of these because it's usually stuff that you can read up on Wikipedia. And the GR Corolla one is the... Oh, I haven't got the GR10. That's in Brand Central, obviously. And the GR Corolla is recently now in Brand Central. So I guess they're two easy ones to complete, I guess. I guess next we'll purchase the new cars. I think they'll all be in Asia, no? What's new in America? What's the American car? Oh, RCR's in America. Oh, okay. Okay, the Time Attack Civic is in America instead of Japan. Okay, yeah, makes sense. This must be one of the SEMA cars. Yep, SEMA award winner. Now look at the 389 horsepower, turbo. Don't know what engine it's got in it. Could be good for 600 pp. Very light as well, 1014 kilos. It's got somewhat of a decent rear diffuser, rear spoiler, so I'd imagine it'd be pretty good at handling. How much is it? 300k. Let's buy it. Any extra liveries on it? No. It does look pretty cool though, I do like it. I do like me a Honda. There we go. Oh, might as well get in it, but it'll be in our last used. Then the other two, I guess, are here, ain't they? Honda and Mazda. So it's called FH, or whatever it's called. It should have the little new sticker on it, shouldn't it? Am I blind? I'm blind, ain't I? Oh, FL5, here it is. I'm so blind. I like this one, I prefer this to the FK. I prefer this shape, it's a bit more civilized, let's say. I know it's got like the 3 exhaust still, but the shape of it is more, you know, it's like less boy racery and chintzy. It looks a little bit more grown up, something that someone would actually buy. I do like the blue. The racing blue looks quite nice. Or do we buy it in like old school championship white? Yeah, why not? Let's buy in championship white. Old school color right there for the Hondas. OG racing color right there. 529 performance points. So it's pretty high on the performance points for front wheel drive car. We will find that out. We will test it out on one of the new events later on in the video. And then the Mazda. Obviously you can pause and see the stock performance of them right here. This is probably just going to be a generic Group 4 car. Where is it? Mazda 3 Group 4. It's front wheel drive, okay. 380 horsepower front wheel drive. That'll probably be a bit of a handful, but I guess it's got 2 different liveries. They're both the same. Whether or not this will be overpowered in like manufacturers or something until they like nerf it by the next update, I don't know, but they do like to mess things up like that. So I guess next we'll go on to the tracks and the new events. Since we're in the Group 4 car first, might as well go to the Mount Panorama one, which I think was a World Touring Car 700. 7 laps. There we go. So 7 laps, 165k, clean race bonus, that's going to be about 200, was that 240? 240k, 10x tire wear, 10x fuel rate, 15x tires. So this is not going to be a particularly great money farming one, because what is it going to be? About roughly 2 minutes a lap. It's about 14 minutes for 200k. Not great, to be honest. But we'll use this as a review for the Mazda 3 as well, since I'm in it already. Hopefully you can still hear me. Find out what this is like. I didn't actually see, I can't remember what the power band was, but and I might still have it on easy from all the money farming I was doing. So this might be a one-stop race, you know, because fuel's at 4.3. I missed the braking point there. No one saw that. So far it's not understeering, obviously you need to get the tyres warm a bit. There's a little bit of understeer there, a little bit of power understeer on the corner exit. Okay. It seems like if you brake and turn in, it turns in more, which is kind of weird, but especially for a front wheel drive car. The road car is four-wheel drive of this, so this being front-wheel drive is pretty strange because there are four-wheel drive Group 4s. So far, it just feels like a Group 4 car, don't it? Less understeery than others, for the moment anyway. Mount Panorama, not my best track, I'm gonna say. I do suck at driving, so see how well it keeps up on the straights. It's a 6-speed. Get to okay, so it is a pretty quick car in a straight line from what it looks like. I don't think many Group 4s can hit 160 by themselves. I think someone crashed into me in the back there. What an idiot. It's a little bit of understeer. It handles okay. It drives okay. To be perfectly honest, there's nothing really too special about this. Just feels like a Group 4 car, I guess. Too much grip, not enough power, you know? So second event, I guess we'll try it in the RCR Civic. It is this turbo sports car event, 700 pp or less. Has to have a turbo, 85,000, which means 120k with clean race bonus. There's a lot of 90s Japanese cars, obviously Toyota Yaris is there. This is well under 700 stock. This is 589 on sports mediums. And we'll see how it goes. Probably just another one and done event, so I have no worries about this Civic winning this. Did a bit of digging on this. Has a K24 turbo engine, so Honda Civic engine, stick within the family and stuff. She has quite a short ratio gearbox. Understeers like hell. Jesus Christ. Okay. Can tune it to about 600 horsepower. Literally 599. And some of the mods you can do in GT Auto is quite interesting. You literally, the modification is like getting rid of the splitter and front bumpers and stuff. Oh my gosh. This does not want to turn, does it? This is supposed to be a car for handling. Why is it so bad? It has got an LSD in its stock, so I say stock, it's modified, but so you want to brake in a straight line, you don't want to brake into a corner, otherwise you're going to die. The death chicane coming up. Helicopter getting pictures of people dying on a death chicane. See, look, they didn't mention that in the race, did they? They didn't mention there'll be an AMG GTR. But I guess it's turbo. It's twin turbo, actually. But it sounds okay. Comes with semi-racing silencer stock as well. It doesn't handle particularly great. But I think once you get used to how it drives, like I am now, you don't want to accelerate after the corner. You want to accelerate, well, you want to accelerate once you've done all your turning and your steering input, yeah, because if you're on the brake and you turn, you just understand. So It just takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you figure it out, it actually handles well. I was just driving it incorrectly. Like corners like this is probably where it will struggle. It looks like the last circuit here that we're going to do is in Grand Valley. We'll do it in the new Civic Type R FL5. 700 pp turbo. 5 laps on the full course. No fuel or tyre wear. 90,000, which means 135 with a clean race bonus. So let's see how this drives. Haven't looked at any of the modifications you can do to this yet, so I haven't looked at the performance on how high you can get it to in horsepower and stuff. I assume with a little bit more power, I reckon you could get close to 600 and potentially below 1100, because you can roughly take about 300 kilos of weight off the stock car. So this is bone stock, nothing done to it, sports hards and everything. Oh, it's reverse layout, okay. Grand Valley, again, not one of my strongest tracks. I do not like the new Grand Valley. Oh my god, okay. I wasn't expecting that oversteer. Damn. Okay. I don't think I've ever driven Grand Valley in reverse. Well, not since like Gran Turismo 3 or whatever. The actual real Grand Valley, not this crappy one. Okay, it turns in quite well. For front wheel drive car, you can tell there's a lot of front toe on this. Overtake the 300ZX. I know a lot of you are probably screaming at me saying, well, why are you driving so bad? It's because I'm a bad driver. Just thought I'd let you know before we start jumping to conclusions. I know I'm bad. There we go. This is literally my first time driving this track in reverse as well, so gotta learn how it works. As you can see, it's lacking the straight line speed of the other ones, but in the corners, ow, drive faster, you're in my way. Handles well, handles way better than the Time Attack Civic. Stock, anyway. Obviously with a bit of tuning you can turn these into quite formidable weapons, I'd say. I mean 145, that's pretty much what the RCR Civic was doing. So yeah, stock, this handles quite well. Yeah, no complaints for the stock car. It just feels a little bit heavy, a little bit sluggish on acceleration, but that's nothing a little bit of anti-lag and some horsepower won't fix. Okay, finally we'll go through a quick splash and dash into GT Auto to see the engine swaps that are available. So I know the first one, the newest one, is the Cayman GT4. Let's see what engine swap it is. Okay. Okay. This is a bit mad. It's only 30... What's that? 38 kilos heavier, and it gives you basically 4 times the horsepower. That's going to be pretty nuts. That's going to be a pretty nuts engine swaps if you don't particularly want to go anywhere. So that is the Maverick that was recently added. into the game like on patch like 1.35 or something. So that's a pretty nuts engine swap. We'll go to the next newest one, which I think is the 997. I put them all in order so that I wouldn't have to like search through them so quickly. So we'll have a look and see which engine swap this is. This is 325k. This is a different one. This is the M978911. I think this is the Group 3 engine. So the 911 RSR. I think it's that one. I think it's that one. It would make more sense. I wouldn't understand why they'd want to put the newer GT3 RS engine in here. So I assume this is a race. I assume that's a race engine. Remember, you got to be level 50 to do these upgrades as well. You got to be collector level 50. So if you're not, you better get grinding and stop buying those cars to try and get to unlock the engine swaps. Because a lot of people don't say that you have to be level 50 to do the engine swaps in GT Auto, but remember, you got to do that. This 964 you can buy from the used car dealer at some point, whenever it rotates around. But this one's used car dealer only. 975k. What's this? That's a lot of money for an engine. The 959 engine. That's an interesting one. That's a new one. So that's the 959. You know, the early 90s all-wheel drive Porsche that whose main rival was the F40. You put that in there. It's a shame you can't put the drivetrain swap in as well, but that's an interesting one. 2.8 twin turbo straight six. I imagine that will make this a little bit of a handful, but either ways, it's a new engine. It might be fun, might not be. Who knows? But a million credits, 975,000 credits for that. I don't think that's worth it, to be honest, in my opinion. It's only worth it if you've got a lot of spare money and have got nothing to do. Nothing to do with it. So the next one is the 901. Probably my favorite Porsche to drive in the game right now, or Porsche, how is it? I'm gonna continue saying Porsche. Very good for 500 pp lobbies. This is a maxed out one, so full power and everything up. It looks like this one's got the 959 engine swap in it as well. Oh god, that's an extra 50-ish, like close to 50 horsepower. And that's a stock engine as well. I think this can get up to like 700 horsepower maxed out, the 959. But that's a very expensive engine swap for a very expensive car. That's Legend dealer exclusive. So, is it worth it? Questionable. I'm interested to see what's in this one. The 356 Carrera that I put on lime green wheels to piss my mate off. I'm interested to see what this one is. If it's 975, oh my god. This is going to be undrivable. This is literally going to be undrivable. Like, as bad as the R-Bath with the K20. It's going to be... That's a bit stupid, no? That's a bit... Yeah, you know what? Whatever. It's funny to see. You'd want to somehow fit a twin-turbo flat six into this basically Beetle. But, yeah, this is another Legend car exclusive. I think this one's like 1.6 mil to buy this Porsche 356. But, yeah, that's too much power for a tiny car. It's already pretty undrivable how it is. It's got skinny wheels and it oversteers quite a lot. So I'd imagine that this would be a very mad engine swap to do. But obviously only for those with the money. But yeah, overall a pretty underwhelming update as always. They need to actually start fixing it up, because 3 cars and a few engine swaps and a few one and done events is not good enough for a month. all this content can literally be consumed in less than an hour. So, anyways, that's my opinion on the U-Patch 1.38. Make sure to leave your opinions and stuff in the comments as well, because I always try to keep track of all the comments on the videos and reply, even if they're good or bad or whatever. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.